But I would like again to thank everyone for coming, just like Mike has said. Everyone looks fantastic. Even Ollie. I think this is the first time I've seen him without hair off course and stuff. So thanks for making the effort. It's been a great day so far. It's been an emotional one. Even the cakes and tears.
I like that.
Anyway, I'm not personally going through the emotions, but I have got to admit, I did have a tear in my eye earlier when I seen stood in front of me a vision of absolute beauty. And to be fair, Amy scrubbed up pretty well. But on a serious note, I think you'll all agree that Amy does look absolutely stunning today. Again, I'd like to thank the bridesmaids as well. They've done Amy really proud in the run up to today and today as well. And they all look absolutely gorgeous. Now, I have always felt there was a bit of a tactic involved in the picking of your bridesmaids. Amy's clearly gone for good-looking bridesmaids to enhance her own beauty. Mike, he's chosen different tactics. He's chosen our mudjib. And Matty. I'll leave you up to the side while you shiners. And our poor little Reggie's been out to be extra little cute today, just to make up the difference. Amy, could you put your hand on the table? And Mike, if you put yours on top of Amy's for me, please. Now, when it came to the organisation of the wedding, I had to play a part. And one of the biggest issues was where to sit you all today. So I came up with the idea, why don't we sit the people that bought the best presents at the front and we'll work our way back. Now obviously everyone's just got a bit smug at the front, but on behalf of Mike and Amy I would like to thank Biff sat at the back for the other bits. Now I do know it's not conventional to have a female best man. But I do think it's a great testament to the friendship me and Mike have had since we were toddlers. And I have been absolutely honoured to have been asked and been able to stand at his side on the happiest day of his life. Because we've been friends for so long, it means I've got plenty of good stories to tell. Now, obviously...
I didn't think it was on.
Obviously, you all know that Mike and I love our footy.
It's gone again. It's Mike.
I'm not nervous enough as it is. Obviously, you know that me and Mike love our footy. However, what you might not know, and I am going to throw us both in the deep end here, as very young kids, Mike and I actually supported Man United. Very young, uneducated, dumbass kids. And we thought our United supporting Uncle Joey was the best thing. We thought he was the best thing since sliced bread. Again, I know, we were dumbass. But when we both hit around the age of 8, we started our true alliances, our one true loves. Sorry, Amy. I chose to support a team that since then have lifted the UEFA Champions League, the League Cup 3 times, the FA Cup twice, the UEFA Cup, the UEFA Super Cup, and a few Charity Shields. White Church to support Evan. The last time me and Mike dressed as formally together was when we were kids for my Uncle Joey's wedding. I was a bridesmaid, he was a groomsman. Well, page boy. And we both looking very smart, presentable, until we got to the reception. Our eyes met this big muddy field with trees and everything. Next minute, all you could see was us off in the distance. I had my dress tucked in my knickers. My top hat was in the mud. And we were carrying this big plank to our new den. Now, I will promise that I won't tuck my dress and my knickers tonight. But what I can't promise, as I see Matty's on his 5th pint already, that me and Mike won't have to carry any planks. In school, Mike was sporty, played football, rugby, a lot. However, when he left school, this changed. And he became more of a couch potato. Only ever leaving the house to go to the pub. This has had a slight effect on his appearance. One time, when I went round to pick him up from the pub, this is during the beginning of this slight change of appearance, and I shouted up to the stairs to him, hurry up, Chubbs. And I went into the front room, my Uncle Dave was sat there. He said, hey, don't call him that. I go, oh. We call him Chunk. Anyway, on to the stag do. As best woman, I went along to Berlin. And I did promise Amy I'd look after Mike. And if I'm honest, I did a fantastic job. Although I don't want to take all the credit, because on the second night, the police were absolutely fantastic. Now, part of my duty as best woman is to reassure the best man if he gets cold feet. And believe it or not, this happened a couple of weeks ago. Mike came up to me and said, Ash, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. He said, aren't all managers doomed for failure? He said, well, why am I going to be any different? So I sat him down, I gave him a pat on the back and said, look, Mike, you can't look at it that way. He said, anyway, just look at the Auntie Annie, she's had loads of successful managers. No, that's cool, I'm just But anyway, that reassured him, and here we are today, so nice one at the end.
Kick us.
There we go, listen to it. Now, I have questioned Amy in the past while she's with Mike. Some have said she might need glasses. Some have said Mike may be rich. But if you'd like to open the envelope on the table that says Amy on the front of it.
Let's have a look.
Some of them say that she's just after a British passport.
When you get it past that,
Now, I heard a story about Amy once and her bridesmaid Levi. They were on the motorway driving to work and they saw a bus in the slow lane. Amy said they didn't know buses were allowed on the motorways. And Levi said, "Nor did I, but you know what, they must be, because we saw one on the motorway when we were on our way to see the White Hills of Devon." Amy laughing at Levi said, "Levi, you daft man, it's not the White Hills of Devon, it's the White Cliffs of Devon." And yes, Amy was laughing at Levi, and yes, neither of them mentioned Dover at any point. Now after hearing this, I did question the suitability of Mike and Amy as a couple. But then, I remembered a little incident from mine and Mike's school days. Now Mike used to have short back and sides and long hair, and he used, on the top he had a bit of a fringe. And then one day he decided he wanted to change the image, and he's got it like he changed it to like he's got it now. Now what that had made him realise is he had a V on the front of his head. Mike decided he didn't like that V, and he decided he was going to try and get rid of the V. So he took a razor and shaved the V off. Yeah, you could still see the V, and yet he looked an absolute fool. So I started to think, actually, maybe these two are actually made for each other. And then, if you open the envelope that says Mike and Amy, well, then I seen this, and then I realised we were destined for each other. Now, for those of you wondering why I asked Mike to put his hand on Amy's at the beginning, I just wanted you to enjoy the last time you're ever going to have the upper hand over Amy. So, if you all now be a time to stand and join me and raise a glass to the new Mr. and Mrs. Ellsworth. Go for us.